Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Nintendo Talks. Today we are talking about the brand new Nintendo Direct that happened on March 3rd, I believe it was, right? Yep. March 3rd? March 3rd.
3-3. Yep. 1-6.
And so today we're just going to kind of briefly go over everything that happened. You may notice something different today. We're all in one place, so that's a very, very good thing.
That's a rarity.
That's right. So today we're just going to go down the line and sort of talk about what happened. The very first thing that happened, we kind of all expected, they talked about Star Fox Zero. Now, that's one I've been excited about for a while, but I know they've had some control issues and different graphical issues and all sorts of stuff going on. So I guess, let me ask you guys, we'll start with Matt, because you just saw the Direct. What did you think of Star Fox? Do you think it's improving? Do you think it's getting better from what we saw before?
I didn't hate it the first time I saw it. I know everybody was mad about the graphics, but, I mean, it looks fun to me, and I thought it was pretty awesome. It seems just like the 64 version, except the way you could open up multiple paths, that really seemed cool. Like, and even like go fight a boss and then come back into the level. Like, that's really awesome. So like it's branching out even more the traditional Star Fox gameplay, which is really cool.
Sure.
They didn't show much of the control scheme though, did they?
Not really, although they did talk about a new co-op mode. You guys see that? Because the controls are so different. What they're doing, one person can play with the Pro controller and fly the ship, and the other person just shoots. Well, I mean, Brian, what do you think of that?
I'm not going to do it.
Right. Neither am I.
Oh, that'd be fun. It's like Gunstar Heroes in that level where you got the two ships and one's the shooter. And one's
Yeah, I'm probably not going to do it. Well, I don't have anybody else to play with up
you need a player too.
Huh? Yeah, I need a player too. But, I mean, it's fun if you want to do it, but I'm not really too much.
It reminds me of what they did in Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know if you remember or not. When they played Galaxy, one person could be Mario, and another person could have the Wii remote, and they could shoot star bits. Like, that was it.
The funny thing was the player one also had that ability too. So essentially you had like two things going across the screen at once.
Right. So
pretty much doing the same thing.
And they also said that the person with the Pro controller can also fire. They just fire straight. So it's the same way as Mario Galaxy. Two people are going to be shooting. One person's going to be flying. One person's going to be...
See, that really does remind me of that game that I absolutely love, but like very few people play in this Gunstar Heroes. Did you ever play through that?
I've never played it, but I've heard of it.
Because like the first huge part of the game is you're two guys and you're just shooting your way. It's like, kind of like, well, it wasn't Contra. Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
like that.
Like Contra.
But then it's like partway through the game, if you were playing two-player, there was like this one level where you were in space and you had a ship and you had to fly it around. But if there was two players, there was a second ship and it was attached to the outside and you got to like move around and shoot, and both of you guys could shoot, except the front ship was invincible. So you would always like try and take the blows for stuff.
Was that Was that for the Dreamcast?
No,
that was
for
on
the
Sega
Genesis. Yeah, one of the best Sega Genesis
games
games ever. I love that game so much.
Okay. Well, part of the Star Fox announcement, one game we heard about, was it 2014? 2015? It's been a while.
I'll say it was 15.
Project Guard.
14.
Oh, yeah.
They are attaching it.
That was last year.
Okay, they're attaching it to Star Fox. Now it is Star Fox Guard. In this game, you're playing as Slippy's Uncle Grippy. And which is very strange.
I didn't even know that.
Yes, yes. It's very weird.
It was Slippy, but...
Right, and you're playing as his uncle. And I mean, it's the exact same thing as what they had before, but they just attached the Star Fox name to it. And what I'm kind of confused about, they're selling it as two separate products.
Yeah.
It's two separate discs. I feel like it all should have been on the Star Fox disc from the start.
Well, it's a downloadable title on the eShop.
It's kind of like Toad's Treasure Tracker size. I don't know if it's going to be $60. I didn't check the prices.
No. I think it's going to be about a $20 game. And
Okay.
you get it for free if you
buy the disc version,
package,
right?
Well,
of Star Fox Zero.
Yeah.
Plus, they said there's like over 100 levels on this thing, so it's not like it's just a small game. Like it's like Toad's Treasure Tracker in that sense.
Now, you haven't played Toad's Treasure Tracker.
I played like a few levels of it.
Okay,
It was
that
fun.
game is so good.
It was fun.
It's great. It's a lot.
It's
I
a really
love a
good
sequel.
game.
People have been asking for a
really
sequel
good.
on 3DS, so that'd be kind of cool. But okay, after that, here's one where we have different feelings on this one a little bit, and that's Paper Mario Color Splash.
Oh yeah.
I am a huge Paper Mario fan, but of all the Paper Mario games, Thousand Year Door is the best. I think we all agree on Thousand Year Door being the
Thousand Year
best.
Door is definitely the best.
The only one I've played is the original Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. I've never
that one's
played Paper Mario.
if we're counting that one's the best.
Sure.
That
one's
awesome.
Paper Mario
That one is the
series.
best. It's made by Square. It's Square in its prime, so it's obviously the best.
But for me anyway, I felt like the weakest Paper Mario is Sticker Star on 3DS. I couldn't even finish it. I love Paper Mario, and I played all of them, and I could not finish it.
I agree. It's definitely the weakest one, but it's not bad at all. It's not a bad game at all.
Sure. But now, Color Splash, we don't really know a lot about it. but from what I've seen, people are comparing it to Sticker Star. I mean,
Well,
would you agree with that?
Color. That's what I know.
Right,
I'm
right.
done.
Right.
But yeah, it looks very similar. It has a card battling system that's kind of more towards the stickers, and a lot of people are not happy about it.
Sure.
So
How did I don't remember because I never played Sticker Star. How did the stickers work?
you pretty much find stickers literally everywhere on the ground, and
Well, I don't
and
remember.
and they're it's how you battle.
It's how
Like,
you battle.
get-
Right.
you
You
get-
use
you
a
get
sticker,
you-
it costs 1 point
you
to
get
attack.
You get a like there's a stomp one. There's a shoe that's a jump attack, and
Yep.
there's like real life objects. Like the fan makes a return apparently.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
I
right.
don't remember other than like having a card to start the battle. I don't remember seeing any of them all around. It was more based on in your exploration having to splash and paint. It reminded me of Epic Mickey in that sense.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you find cards that way. So it's
okay.
kind of the same. It's sort of the same
Right.
thing. I'm excited for it if they just improve upon the gameplay. It had a lot of flaws. Sticker Star did, but if they improve upon it, I'm excited. I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely going the non-RPG route with Paper Mario, and
Right.
it sells. It's sold more like Sticker Star, and I know Super Paper Mario is definitely sold the most.
That's a fun game, too.
It's really
And
fun.
That's so funny. That game, I bought it when it first came out. I played through it. I'm like, it wasn't that great. I'm done with it. I sold it. Then I bought it again. I played through it again. And then I needed money down the line. I sold it again. And now I'm like, it's one of those games I want to go back and play it again. And I don't own it anymore. And I'm like, it's driving me nuts.
It's one of those.
It's a good game.
It's probably got one of the better stories
What
ever.
system was that
in
one
the- in
for?
best in
That was on Wii.
Wii.
That was the Super
Yeah.
Paper. It was one with Paper Mario, and you hit the A button, and it goes to 3D.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
that
a platformer.
Right. It's not. It
yeah. I
kind of has
remember
some
that one
small
coming out.
RPG
Yeah.
elements, but
Yeah.
I love Paper Mario. I love Nintendo. I'm still going to check out Color Splash, so we'll see.
See, the Mario series is the one that, other than I've played through so many times, the original Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, but I just played, was it Super Mario 64 once, and I know, internet, I wasn't as much of a fan, but I played it like 15 years later, and
Yeah.
if you go back and play it now, it's really rough, because like the camera turns, fall off the edge, and I was getting
Oh,
so
yeah,
frustrated.
sure.
It has not aged that well.
Yeah.
Most N64 games.
Right, yeah.
It's
that one was
debatable,
tough
but
to go
there's a
back
lot of
to.
N64 games
Okay.
that haven't aged well.
When they brought Donkey Kong 64 to the Wii U, a virtual console,
Yeah.
I haven't played it since release, and I remembered enjoying it, so I bought it. I'm trying to play it again. It's rough.
It's
Very rough.
It's fun, but
Right.
like everybody compares it to like their Rare's best game, and
Sure.
nothing beats Banjo-Kazooie. That's
Right.
definitely or Donkey Kong Country 2.
Sure.
One of
Sure.
those
No,
two.
see, I actually like Donkey Kong Country 3 more,
So do I.
but okay. But with that, now the next story is mostly going to talk about you because I don't own it. You don't own it. A new update is coming to Super Mario Maker. Now, is that one you're still playing?
No.
Okay. Why'd you stop?
It's not it. I'm glad I owned it, and I played like at least 30 hours of it when it came out, but it's just not something that really holds my attention. But all the additions that they've had are really good. Like they added checkpoints, they had a whole bunch of stuff, and now they're adding like locked doors, which finally.
I was going to say that looked interesting to me. The whole you could make the locked doors. It reminded me of Super Mario World.
Yeah, they that's really nice. You don't have to jerry rig some thing up to make force boss battles. And
right.
I
And
remember having to do that.
adding
and
boss
that stuff.
battles now is actually that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Now the only time we played was Extra Life this year,
Yeah,
last year.
that was my top
I
pick.
kept erasing. I kept erasing your levels by mistake.
He kept hitting.
I didn't hear
he
about
thought he was
this.
scrolling
it was
left,
hilarious.
and then in reality he was just deleting everything.
Yeah, I was trying to
I would
scroll.
make
I was
this
trying to
whole
scroll
level.
back, and I kept erasing. I did it like 5 times.
I mean,
I was getting so mad.
we had just put it in his system, so we didn't have a lot of stuff yet. So it was just a straight out from left to the right side.
Right.
But I would build all this stuff and all these planks and these gaps and everything, and all of a sudden he'd be like, "I'm gonna go back to the beginning," and then everything would be deleted. I'm like, really?
Oh, dude, that was hilarious. But okay, after that, the game none of us care about. We'll probably skip it. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. No one cares.
Dude, that looks
Hey.
fun.
No.
Yes,
It looks better than most of them.
I
Than
played
the other
the
ones.
one on the Wii, the original one.
Oh,
that
yeah,
one
same
was
here.
fun. The
Okay.
one where you had to go like that
It-
when you were sprinting.
It was fun
and
for the
stuff.
most part. It was a cool little minigame collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It apparently sells like hotcakes and everywhere.
The only thing
So-
I'm curious, I haven't looked into this since I just heard hearsay, but aren't they delaying the Summer Olympics because of the whole virus thing, Zika?
Oh, really? I
No,
didn't hear about
Like,
no,
or what's going on with that?
I don't think they are. This is a fun thing to talk about in the Nintendo podcast.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
But I don't know about the Zika part, but I know that Rio didn't hold up its end of the bargain and making it beaches clean and all that stuff.
Really?
So like it's
Yeah,
still
I heard there was a
Rio
lot
is still
going on.
pretty trashed on the beach.
I heard there was a lot going on.
Well, you know
So-
what's on the beach?
And sorry, but
No.
one quote by an American Olympian, I think it was
Yeah.
an American, but he said, "Hey, a little bit of diarrhea is worth a gold medal."
Very true.
Best
but-
quote.
wow.
Okay, I had a great segue here, but now it's gone. But I was going to say, you know what else is also
Speaking
on
of
the
the
beach? A squid. And you know what squids do? They can also turn into kids.
And they spray
because
paint,
the
don't they?
next thing they talked about was the
I don't
Splatoon
understand.
update.
I don't understand.
Because Splatoon's getting a major update.
That
They're
game
not
is
stopping with
so
Splatoon
fun.
updates.
I went
and
back
they
to
said
it
they were
recently.
stopping.
Right. And that game is all. It's a great game.
They said the last update was in November.
Yes.
November happened. Oh, everybody's. Oh wait, no, it was January.
Yeah.
January happened. Everybody's like, okay, Splatoon's a good game, and then it came out and it's like, nope.
Right.
That game needs to come to the NX, or they need to make Splatoon 2 for the NX.
Oh,
Sure.
There's no doubt that this game is
that
the next
started
series.
an epic
Right.
IP.
And
that is an awesome
that's
IP.
a brand new franchise, as long as, they don't mess it up, which I don't think they will. And honestly,
hard
I
to mess
have a feeling that the NX, whatever it is, the controller, because Nintendo, they say they're getting rid of the Wii remotes and motion control and all that, but most of the games have gyro stuff in them, like the 3DS and the Wii U gamepad. So the NX controller, even if it's like, let's say it's like the Wii U Pro controller, right? But it might have a gyro in it, so you can turn it and move. And
Plus, you got to think Nintendo is very much about its nostalgia. Like
Yes.
every new generation, they make a little extra money off of bringing back old games. So you have to have something to where you could someday bring back a Wii game.
Sure.
Like you could offer it for download or something. I mean, they're doing it for the Wii U, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, on the NX, whatever it is, you have to have that functionality there.
Sure.
I honestly think they need to make the NX at least Wii U backwards compatible.
Yes, that'd be
That
very
needs-
smart.
that
Very
needs
smart.
to happen.
But
It's
they're
gonna be-
changing the entire architecture
and
because
by changing the architecture, they're changing the.
now there's rumors everywhere, but from
Discs
what
and
I
everything, so-
heard, they are trying to make it almost identical to PS4 and Xbox One architecture,
I doubt
so the
that.
porting's
No,
easy.
No,
I doubt that.
No, they are trying to make it they're trying to make it porting
Port
easy.
friendly, right?
Yeah, they're trying to make it port friendly, but the architecture apparently what I'm hearing in the
Yeah.
rumors is completely different from
Okay,
the
because
PS4
that's
and
just where
Xbox One.
they, from the devs they've talked to. Oh, this is great because all we have to do is pretty much not
What-
drag and drop.
Yeah,
Like,
they're-
oh, it's exactly what we want. We can just do this.
They are
and-
making it more like a PC, which is what consoles are doing nowadays. But the architecture in it is apparently a lot different than a PC.
So
but
what
then
you're saying is
we're
Nintendo's
gonna
going to shoot
get-
themselves in the foot again.
Yes.
Here's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get a lot of online forums and stuff talking about how Nintendo's graphics are terrible, and then they're gonna come out with 1080p or higher by that time, probably 4K quality, amazing looking games, and people will be like, "Oh, it's still weak." You know?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Still
Mario,
this weak little
Well,
console.
I mean,
Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers look better than a lot of
Mario
games on
Kart
the
looks
PS4 and
gorgeous.
Xbox
I'll,
One.
I'll raise
a lot,
you.
not
Paper,
all, but a lot.
Both Paper Mario Color Splash
Yeah.
looks really good,
Yes, it does.
and Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yes.
looks,
Oh, that
looks amazing.
And people give it no credit. They're like,
Right.
"Oh, it's not graphical."
and it
kind of is.
Like it honestly from a distance, you can't really tell. Like
Right.
there's
Mhm.
animation. There are a
Yeah.
lot of like animation skips in it,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
like that was the same with the first Xenoblade
Xenoblade,
Chronicles,
yes.
and people still raved about that, and that was on
Yeah.
the Wii.
Now, one thing that Nintendo's really good about, I mean, some people might say, oh, cartoony graphics are so much easier to, pull off. That's what most people's argument is. But what Nintendo does, they don't just do cartoony graphics. They give these games life. Like just these little animations, like the way their mustache, like when Mario Kart drives, or like the animations they do when they get surprised, like Luigi's
Stare.
Mansion.
Yeah,
Dark
Luigi's Stare,
Moon.
remember that?
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
Yes.
All these little, like, you played through that game.
Oh, that game's
Like
amazing.
when he like jumps, and goes, oh, like just these little, like almost like Pixar-ish animations they put in there just because.
That's the best company I would
Right.
have.
Nintendo is
Yeah.
just amazing. But okay, after that was a lot of talk of Sonic, or I guess that was a while ago. I was gonna say Sonic in the Olympic Games, but no, that was Splatoon.
I'm interested in it. I'm just saying that.
Next game, I have no interest in. You both might.
I
It's
do.
for Wii U, Tokyo Mirage
I do.
Session.
I love
Sessions.
Fire Emblem, but
Sessions.
It
I
has
haven't
nothing
played
to do with Fire Emblem.
Right.
I was gonna say,
Right.
I haven't played Shin Megami Tensei, and I like RPGs. I just don't have time for them.
Sure.
Basically, it doesn't look like more like Shin Megami Tensei. It looks more like Persona than anything.
Sure.
Which is a spin-off, a really great.
Wait, that's the one for PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
It's not. Well, the first two were not called Shin Megami Tensei Persona. The third one was just called Persona 3, and then the fourth one had the tag Shin Megami Tensei on it. It's actually it's only
interesting.
It's only here in America where they put the Shin Megami Tensei tag.
I wonder why they make all their like the Shin Megami Tensei games for Nintendo, and they make all the Persona games for PlayStation. I'm just curious.
Persona Q was for the 3DS.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, it was?
It sure was. It was a special collector's edition. Yep.
They have like kind of a deal with.
Well, I mean, they're both Japanese
Sony.
companies. They're both great
and there's
companies.
it could come to the NX. I mean, Square. Oh, that's Atlas. Never mind. So I was going to say Square has apparently great relationship with Nintendo now.
Wasn't Atlas in trouble a while back, and they were getting bought out?
They got bought out.
They did. Who bought?
Some parent company.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't anybody.
Because people were saying Nintendo should buy them, and that'd be really smart.
Everybody wanted Nintendo to buy them, and then that would have completely shot Persona 5 in the foot. But.
Yeah. Okay. One quick brief rumor before we go back to the Nintendo Direct. I'm assuming you both heard. There's rumors going around that Nintendo is saving and purchasing Beyond Good and Evil 2. It'll be an NX exclusive.
I heard about that.
It'll pull a Bayonetta 2.
People are mad.
People are already angry.
Well, they're mad anytime it doesn't come to their system.
Play it.
Well, it's just how they are.
People just don't realize that without Nintendo stepping in for Bayonetta, especially, if this is true, the game wouldn't happen.
Right?
No,
Ubisoft had if this is true, that just showed that Ubisoft had no faith in the project, which I don't blame them because Beyond Good and Evil didn't really sell well, including the HD edition didn't really sell. So
see, now if NX can do that, Nintendo can buy up all these properties that are like, people want them but they're not happening. Kind of like what PlayStation did with Shenmue 3, right?
Yeah.
If Nintendo can do this with these properties, it could really help them because Nintendo, they've got these certain holes in their, what do you want to call it? They're different genres of games, right?
Yeah.
And they don't have like a super fast, actiony, violent game like that. I mean, Sony's got God of War. Xbox doesn't really either. But with Bayonetta, it helped them fill a void.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Super Smash Brothers with some pros? I'm just saying.
True.
It's the game itself is not violent. It's the people outside.
Well, sure.
Yeah, that's true.
I've seen people throw controllers.
Okay.
It's not fun.
One last bit of Wii U news. It's a free-to-play online co-op game, Lost Reavers.
Oh, yeah.
From Bandai Namco.
More like Lost Frames, right? Because the FPS looks horrible on it.
Right. But, an open beta is launching April 14th, and a full version is coming to Wii U April 28th. That's not that far away.
Yeah, it's just not something I'm interested in.
Right. It's
I've
just
never
not on
really
my
been
radar.
into
It's free to
MMOs.
play. I'll give it a try. It's free to play, so
for
you're not really losing anything.
That's
Nintendo
the thing
needs
with
to get on the
every
free-to-play
free-to-play,
bandwagon.
though. Like, with free-to-play games, everybody gives it a try. How many people signed up for DC Universe Online versus how many actually... there's still probably 1 million or so that are active.
Sure.
But, I don't know that. But,
Sure.
everybody plays those games, but nobody actually sticks to them.
I think it's Star Wars: The Old Republic. I think that's the
Oh,
MMO.
Yeah, I started that. I made 30
when
levels.
when it free to play, everybody jumped on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well try it.
Sure.
It was okay. I
I
still
agree.
wish they would have went with Coder 3.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of ruined, and they can't really make Coder 3 as much as I want them to.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they finished Revan's story was stupid.
Sure.
And
They didn't make everything voice acting, which in an MMO, that's an impressive
that's
feature.
true.
Yes.
That was pretty
very
good.
true. Okay, guys, on to our 3DS news. Now, this is the first surprise for me. I was surprised by this. I don't know if you guys were either. Although he's not my favorite Nintendo character, Kirby. Kirby and Planet Robobot.
That was the last.
I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah,
was
that
that the last game?
that was
Okay,
the
I'm
last
just
one.
following this review section on
okay.
there. But
But
still,
yeah,
we can talk about it now.
Fine. We'll just my bad. Stupid website.
Was Triple Deluxe good? I haven't played it.
I really enjoyed it. Now, here's the thing with Kirby. Growing up, I loved Kirby, especially Kirby's Dream Land on my Game Boy, because I was the first one getting picked up in the morning, the last one being dropped off. So I could literally play through all of Kirby's Dream Land, every bus ride, and it was amazing.
Shortest game.
Superstar.
Superstar Saga.
Superstar. No, is it?
It was called
Superstar
No, just
Saga.
Superstar. You're right, just Kirby
Was it?
Superstar.
It was Kirby Superstar.
Yeah,
Superstar Saga was
it
Mario
was
Luigi.
the like
NES
8
one?
games in one.
It was on SNES.
Oh,
It was the
that was
SNES.
And that was
yeah.
awesome. Right.
And I'll fight you Kirby Dream Course is the second best.
That's also awesome. But
Kirby Golf.
the problem with Kirby games, at least for me, I feel like Kirby games are awesome for younger people who are like,
Oh, yeah, they're really easy.
who are still learning their video game skills because the games
Yeah.
are awesomely made. They look great, and it teaches you like building blocks for as you learn to play video games and get into more intense games. Kirby is just a fun game we could shut off your brain and play it. And actually, Robobot looked pretty cool. I mean, they added giant mechs, so not only can Kirby inhale enemies, now you can get inside giant robots.
That's pretty cool.
I heard they're making it harder too. They're trying to actually get some good difficulty on
I mean,
it this time.
I think it'll still just be the standard like kind of thing. Like Jamie said, it's for kids, but I mean, kids aren't really represented on the internet. You know, usually it's people
It's not.
teenage to like older who yell about games. But 5-year-old kids don't get on and rant about what games they love. So I mean, a lot of people love it. They just don't get represented.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, do you guys? I mean, are you excited for that Robobot?
It looks interesting. I'd give it a shot.
I like Kirby, but I've never played Triple Deluxe.
It was good.
I would want to play that first, and then see if I get excited. But I like Kirby. But
now, okay, one other thing, we all collect amiibo. I think we all, we all know our obsession.
I'm throwing my hand. I'm throwing my hat down.
Okay. Now they showed off new Kirby amiibo to go along with this game. But I don't know what you guys thought.
Except for those. I want the Kirby one.
To me, the Kirby one where he's riding on a star looks awesome. And the Waddle Dee looks great. But that King Dedede, it looked cheap to me. Like, I love my King Dedede, and it just looked kind of like, it didn't look like the same quality. It looked like
you didn't know what to do with them.
Right. You just like this. Like, it was I don't know. I didn't like it. But I already have a King Dedede. I already have a Kirby. I already have a Meta Knight. But I want to get that Waddle Dee to finish off my Kirby collection.
I have a Kirby one, and I want that Kirby one. That Kirby
it looks really cool.
So adorable.
It's like Kirby. What was that called? Kirby Star Ride? What was that? Air Ride. Okay.
The one I never played.
Right. Okay, Matt. This next one you will be excited for. Metroid Prime Federation Force. They actually showed off a lot of gameplay, and I think all three of us are actually really excited for this one because it's an online co-op. It's not really an RPG. How would you? Not really an MMO, not really an RPG. It's like online multiplayer sections you play through together.
Yeah, I mean, you. I don't know if there's. I couldn't tell if there was a story structure really, or if it was just like a series about like a.
It's story structure. It takes place. Structure? It's the Federation.
Well,
it's the Federation's like what they're doing while Samus is away.
So is it kind of like? I mean, they didn't really show. I didn't remember seeing a map screen or anything. I'm just wondering if there's like, is it like a cinematic story, or is it like here's your thing and then missions? Yeah,
it's
missions.
Missions.
You can hop online.
Yeah, and so that's the only thing. There's not a lot of story, but at the same time, we need to make sure we get each other online to be able to play it because it feels like it's one of those games you have to have people to play.
That's the thing. Like people rave about online games like The Division,
right?
But they don't like this because it's online.
No, they don't like it because it's not the Metroid they want.
That's
right.
Like,
they've been clamoring for a new Metroid, and then they get this. I can see why you're upset, but show them you want to support the Metroid brand. I'd say, and just buy it because it's the same thing with Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I'd say except it's a little bit different in this because going off on a rant, they showed Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, and when they showed it, they didn't have any cars in it, and then all of a sudden they threw in cars in the next E3. Right. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that. But
they put a Wind Waker.
Yeah. Kind of. With Space Worlds, they kind of
promise one thing and they give you something
But
else,
here's the thing. Wind Waker's good.
Right. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Well,
although...
I was going to say, you're talking like Nuts and Bolts is bad. I haven't played that.
No, it's on the good for what it's good for what it is. It's a bad Banjo-Kazooie game.
Sure. And that's what people are afraid of with this game. Like, it's a Metroid Prime game, but it's not.
It's definitely a side game.
This is like I was telling you guys earlier. I understand people. I understand why you're upset. But I've defended this game since last E3.
So did
I thought it was fun.
Right.
But, like, my perspective here is that if you get upset about this, of trying something new, it almost shows that you're not really somebody who likes to try new things in games. I mean, think about all the series that are the most popular. Uncharted's great, but why are we so, like, putting up so much adoration towards basically just a new cinematic spin with the same gameplay versus actually, also at the same time, because that's great, also at the same time admiring new strides in gameplay. Like, why do we have to play the same exact way in games? I mean, Assassin's Creed, the gameplay's not changed.
People like...
What number of Call of Duty are we on?
And how
much is that?
I mean,
people like
Halo.
I
love Halo, but Halo 5's not much different from 1.
But at the same time, it's the same reason...
That, but
I mean,
personally,
well, with all the little things,
aiming down the sights does a little bit more.
Sure,
with the left trigger.
But still, you're still functionally being a first-person shooter in a...
It's still fundamentally the same game. I get
Whereas, like, Nintendo really tries to take strides, and they just do it within. Okay, maybe you should come up with a new IP when you do that. Like other companies do that, but still, I mean,
But that's
cool. It looks fun.
People keep saying, Nintendo, make new IP, make new IP, make new IP. Then we'll buy your stuff. They come up with Splatoon. Splatoon is amazing, and Wii U still doesn't sell. Just saying, IP isn't everything. Yeah. People love what's familiar, but they also want things that are new. So when you give them something familiar, like, I want something new. Give them something new. Oh, but I wanted this.
They want something.
People want something to complain about. That's the problem. That's true.
They want something familiar, but they want it with new twists on it. They want to still just be able to control this third-person or first-person character and shoot enemies to get from point A to point B with a couple variations on what you can do. That's all they want. But they just want you to paint 1,000 different stories on it. They want to do the same thing over and over 1,000 different ways.
Yeah. Sure.
I agree.
Okay, guys. Well, after that wonderful, wonderful Metroid Prime Federation Force, which we will be talking about later in the future.
Totally not Halo.
Right.
Totally not Halo.
Okay, here's one I've never played, but now it's combining all the games together on 3DS. I'm kind of excited. Rhythm Heaven Megamix. That's one where it's 30 new games, but it's 100 games on there, mixing the older ones on I think on DS, right?
Yeah.
They're putting those into one 3DS game and add 30 new games. And I enjoy rhythm games. I mean, I like Rock Band, like Guitar Hero, Harmonite's amazing.
Was amazing.
There's a lot of really good rhythm games, and I think I'd like to play it. It's probably one I would get as a digital download, because it's one I would just pull out, play a couple levels, and then put away. It's not something I would play long stretches of.
There's a character in it that there were 3 characters that were rumored for Smash. The Coursemen. They're from Rhythm Heaven.
Huh.
Cool.
They're like little white creature things that it's just like, how are they going to work in Smash?
Sure.
That's my thing. It's like they knock out the Ice Climbers, yet they'll have a 3-man squad in it.
That's something Nintendo should reboot. Ice Climbers. Make a new Ice Climbers.
I don't know, man.
I mean, if they do the same thing like they did with
Kid Icarus.
Oh,
I'm perfectly.
Kid Icarus Uprising is amazing.
You can make a pretty epic game about climbing a mountain.
You can.
You could.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Stuff.
Yeah, I agree. They could do a lot with Ice Climbers.
Sure.
If put Sakurai on it, he wants to do something new.
Yeah. Well, after that, guys, one I'm super excited about, I don't know if either of you care about, Monster Hunter X is coming to America as Monster Hunter Generations. I know I'm absolutely going to buy it. I've got my Monster Hunter new 3DS. Loved the last Monster Hunter. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, and it's just more of the same. If you love Monster Hunter, you're going to like it.
I liked 4.
Also, they have Fire Emblem costumes in it. Because the previous game,
that,
they had DLC.
It looked sketchy.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing was, before that, they had costumes for Sonic. They had costumes for Metroid Prime.
Mario and Luigi for the
Mario
cats.
and Luigi. They're going to do the same thing this time. I think they got Mega Man, too. But they're just going to pack this thing full of costumes. Fire Emblem's just the first one. They're going to have more.
Yeah.
I'm excited that it exists. I like the fact that Monster Hunter exists. I got 4, and I love 4. It's not my cup of tea.
Sure. That's one you have to put some time into, and you have to have people to play online with you.
Yeah, that's a big
okay, next game, don't really care. I don't think any of us care. It's cool. It's out there. Disney Art Academy.
I was going to say that. That looks fun.
Are you really going to sit down and learn to draw Disney characters? Pay money?
Get the Pokemon. Get the Pokemon one.
Yeah,
there's a
couple different ones.
Well, see, then it's Disney, and
sure.
My son's coming soon, and I got the.
Get him start drawing.
Sure. Well, after that, guys, here's one I've contemplated double dipping on possibly. Hyrule Warriors Legends. They showed off a new trailer for that. They talked about how the DLC is going to work, how you can be able to bring all the characters to the Wii U version. The 3DS version is going to have its own season pass.
I love that.
Yeah, it's going to have a 3DS game. Is going to have although Mario Golf for 3DS had a season pass.
Well, no, the fact that Hyrule Warriors for the Wii U had a season pass, and then it's going to the 3DS, adding new characters, and then saying, "Look, more characters with medley."
It's going to be crazy. I mean, I'm assuming they haven't said it. They're going to wait for this game to sell first, and then down the road, if it's not popular, they're going to bring all the season pass stuff to the Wii U version. I think, or they already have it ready, and they just want to.
Well, they're already making it able to bring it over.
Well,
right out of the gate. Except with all those stories, the story stuff.
None of the story. It's just characters right now. They're not bringing any of the story missions.
Which
I think it's weird.
I also saw a couple reviews on it, and they pretty much just say don't play it on a 3DS, like a regular 3DS.
Get a new 3DS. You have to.
It's pretty much
unplayable.
There's a
probably
it's playable. It's just not.
It's
fun.
super choppy. There's a lot of pop in. There's a lot of things sacrificed to make it run. It should have been new 3DS exclusive.
It should have been.
Absolutely. Now I have a new 3DS. It doesn't bother me, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So I might rebuy it just because I want to play through the new story missions. I want to play through the Wind Waker missions. I want to play through the Linkle stuff. I think it'd be awesome. I'd really enjoy that. But is it worth $40? Just to get those missions?
Double dip, and you're pretty much getting the same content.
Although I get the content on the Wii U as well, so it's almost like paying the $10 or $20 or whatever for that.
Yeah.
I kind of see it as one big extra season pass in a way, but I don't know. It doesn't run that well. So we'll see.
It runs well on the new 3DS.
If they announce the DLC coming to Wii U soon, I won't double dip. But if a little time passes and they say it's definitely not coming to Wii U, I might.
Yeah, I'll get it for like $20 maybe.
Sure. Okay. After that, let's see here. Nope, that's all Europe stuff. They announced some Nintendo eShop stuff. The most popular thing they announced, and some people are kind of mad about. Super Nintendo games are coming to Virtual Console on 3DS, but only the new 3DS.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Matt, you do not. You're the only one of us that doesn't have a new. You have a new 3DS, right?
Yeah, it'll cost a little bit of money for me to trade in and then upgrade, so I haven't been able to get one.
Now, right now, they showed off F-Zero, Super Mario World, Earthbound,
Donkey Kong Countries,
Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2,
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Which that's big. If you the Donkey Kong Country games on there, that's big because it's rare.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I mean, I already have them on my Wii U. I bought them on my Wii. I updated them to my Wii U. I'm not going to buy them again. I mean, unless this new My Nintendo, which they didn't really talk much about, if it eventually allows, I mean, we already have Nintendo doesn't do cross-buy. Although they do, actually, I take that back. Because Mario in Donkey Kong Tipping Stars was cross-buy. Ollie Ollie was cross-buy. They just announced the brand new Mutant Mudds is going to be cross-buy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would love for my SNES stuff, or if it was just like Wii U, and like all my stuff was connected, and so my 3DS says pay 50 cents, pay $1, whatever. I'd be fine with that. I just want to pay the whole $10.
As of right now, I would only get Earthbound just so I can have an excuse to play it again.
Sure.
So,
that game's great.
I'm still waiting for that confirmation that Mother 3's coming over here.
Yeah, I heard about that. Mother 3.
That might get announced. That'd be cool if they announced it like the day before E3, like they did
last
year.
Oh,
right. I remember getting yes, that'd be awesome.
I remember watching that. They had the Nintendo World Championships
that was
last
the
year.
Best
yes.
announcement last
yes.
year.
They had that before, and I was watching with my friend and with my roommate at the time actually. And I was just going nuts because I thought it was Mother 3 originally, and then it was Earthbound Beginnings, and that's the only one I haven't played.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, this is the best day ever.
Sure.
Now, have you beat it since?
Yeah, I beat it.
Cool.
I beat it right when it came. Like it took like 25 hours.
Yeah,
a lot of grinding.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like 3 or 4 points in there where you cannot move forward without grinding for hours.
And that's what they kind of perfected in Earthbound and Mother 3. You don't really need to grind in either of them.
Sure.
As long as you know what you're doing essentially.
Now, did either of you play Azure Striker Gunvolt? I always wanted to.
No, that looks.
I wanted to.
I had never heard. Well, I'd probably heard of it before, but just forgot about it. But when I looked at the gameplay, it looked like Gunstar Heroes.
It's kind of like
a modern.
It's more
Mega
Mega Man X.
Oh, like you zap the guys with this gun, which puts almost like a beacon on them, and then use your lightning power. And
I
think it's tagging or something like that.
The 2-player version.
I watched the speed run.
Right,
it looks kind of like it, and I was like.
It looks cool, and back when it first launched on 3DS, if you bought it, you also got the Mighty Gunvolt, which was like a NES game. It was interesting. But now Gunvolt 2 is coming, they're adding new characters, and they're also having a sale on Gunvolt 1.
Oh, so also that new playable character is definitely Mega Man.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
He steals people's powers.
He steals boss's powers. He's Mega Man.
Yeah.
And he's got a little blaster. He's definitely Mega Man.
After that, they talked about, this has been out in Japan for a while, Pocket Card Jockey.
Yeah.
It's solitaire and horse racing. It looks interesting. Like, I don't know how much it costs. I think it's $10 maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
The more I watch it, the more I want it.
It looks interesting. I might check it out. The other thing they announced, now that we just talked about cross-buy, Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge. It's going to be a free-to-play game. It's going to be on Wii U and 3DS.
Is it Wii U? I thought it was just 3DS.
Wii U and 3DS. It's both. Yep, it's coming to both.
I completely thought it was just 3DS.
Now, right now, if you buy an Amiibo at GameStop between now and... starting March 25th, if you buy an Amiibo at GameStop, you get a code to download it on both. Now, if you don't get it that way, you have to wait till April 28th to get it. It's not going to be on the eShop unless you buy an Amiibo. So if you buy an Amiibo in March, you can get it. Otherwise, you have to wait an extra 4 weeks to play it.
Has Lucas came out yet?
I don't
Yes.
think so. Has he?
Lucas did come out, yes.
He did?
I saw him at GameStop the other day. So.
Alright, that means I have to go get it. Then I'll get it then.
Now, that is pretty much it for the Nintendo Direct. Now, a lot of people were kind of disappointed,
Well,
but
there was a
I
lot of
thought it
highs
was
and a lot of
awesome.
lows.
I
Everybody
really
expects
enjoyed it.
E3
Yeah.
quality. Like
Right.
there was that one Nintendo Direct E3 of 2014, I want to say, where they just nailed it. They introduced Splatoon. They had a surprise Mario.
That was the
Surprise Mario?
the E3 then. That was the digital present.
The digital presentation
Digital
of E3.
presentation,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was like everybody since that one has expected every Nintendo Direct to be like that quality. And
Sure.
it can't. I mean,
Well, their very first one they announced like their very first one back in 2013 they announced SMT Cross Fire Emblem, which is now Tokyo Mirage Sessions. I think they announced Luigi's Mansion 2 during that. No, that was during E3. Never mind. But they announced some big stuff in these things.
Yeah.
yeah, and they announced them kind of early. They're starting to play. It's weird. They want to talk directly to their customer base, but it's like they're playing the games of bigger companies now. Because I mean, think about it. Think about games like Watch Dogs. It was announced and it didn't come out for like 3 years.
Right.
And it was like all this build up. They announced Shin Megami Cross Fire Emblem.
Yep.
And it takes like 3 years to get to it. They announced Xenoblade or Xenoblade X.
Yeah, that was the same. That was the same
like-
direct as
Right.
as
It takes
SMT.
like 2-3 years to get to it. So they're playing the whole like, we do have big stuff coming,
Yeah.
guys. Here's what it is. Here's some gameplay on it.
Normally, Nintendo doesn't show their hand that early. Nintendo is normally the company who
Yeah.
says, "Okay, here's our E3. You can play all these games in November." Like it's right
think
there.
that's what-
But
I think
because
that's
the
what people are
Wii U
expecting.
is absolutely flopping and the 3DS is not selling, I mean, it's the best selling handheld right now. I mean, it's selling. It's like past 50 million. But we think it's pretty good, but it's not close to what the DS sold.
Yeah, well, that's
And see, that's the problem. And I think Nintendo feels like they have to now prove we've got stuff coming because the age of the internet, everyone's complaining. We want more. We want more. We want more.
Yeah,
and
the
so Nintendo
minority on
feel
the
like they have
internet.
to show their hand
Vocal
early
minority.
now.
Vocal
They're showing their
minority,
hand way too early because now things like Zelda happen. Things like all these Star Fox delays happen because they said, yes, we got it. It's here it comes. And now we just wait.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
and so people get angry.
They honestly, I think they honestly thought Zelda Wii U and Star Fox were coming out in 2015.
Sure.
I can believe that
Yeah.
that they actually thought it was coming out, and then while they're playing it, while they're making it, they realized this isn't what we were going for.
Sure.
This
We want
is
to
what
make
we,
it better.
we want to keep making it better. We want Star Fox to actually have a little bit better control scheme for people to grasp because people weren't really grasping it the
Right.
first or second time
Sure.
that they were playing it.
Yeah.
And then Zelda Wii U looked empty.
Yes.
Like, from what
Yeah.
they showed at the video game, the VGAs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
VGAs,
looked
yeah.
completely
It was
empty.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful,
empty.
but completely empty.
Sure.
And they apparently, I think Anuma stated that someone in the company had a great idea and they wanted to implement it. And so in order to do that, they had to delay it.
Sure.
So I would like to know what that good idea is.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean-
to put it on NX.
Right. Yeah. Well, and a lot of people think that
Put it on both.
Right. A lot of people think Zelda Wii U as it's called now, which who knows what it's going to be called, you know. But people think it's going to pull a Twilight Princess, which is
It will.
possible. But I mean, that's another conversation for another day.
It will.
So overall, you guys, I guess on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the Direct? Bremy, we'll start with
Okay,
you.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Matt.
You can go
You
first.
can start.
No, I was just going to ask a question versus expectations or versus.
Just overall, just watch it from beginning to end. I mean, not expectations or anything. Just how you felt after you saw it.
7?
Okay. I was going to say an 8. I mean,
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
7
I thought it
yeah.
was great.
I'd say it was an 8 overall, but new Paper Mario game knocks up 1 automatically in my scale, so
Sure.
it's a 9 for me.
Okay.
There's not any particular game for me that actually.
Stood out.
Well, not any that I didn't know about that I'm like, oh, because Federation Force just looks cool. I've liked it since last
Sure.
year, and I got to see a little more of it. But because of that reason, it's just not as high. But every single game looked like it was fun to play, whether you were going
Right.
to play it for 10 minutes or put 30 hours into it.
Sure.
Every single game looked like, yeah, that'd be fun to try. I would have fun if I just sat down and played that for a while.
Yeah.
Sure.
So,
They and I know we probably didn't talk about the part where they for Federation Force when they're announcing that they're going to show it, they're like, we know the feedback.
yeah.
We know, but listen, like a lot of people saw that as we know that you're mad but please, please just try it. I kind of, or just please, we want to throw this out to die kind of thing.
Sure.
But that's what people thought. What I kind of see was, listen, we really believe in this game, and if
that's what I saw.
Guys, we know you're mad that it's not another Metroid, but please just give it a chance. We feel really strongly about this game, and they even had a developer interview. With the producer of it, and even he was like, "This is something we wanted to do since the first one."
And I loved how he started off. He's like, "I've been working on Metroid Prime now since 2001. Like, it was on the original one. 15 years now or whatever." And he even said, "This is something I want to do." We started it in 2009 and realized the DSi didn't give us enough power.
He's gonna put a DSi. That's amazing. They've been working on that for a long time, and here's the thing: it's from Next Level Games too. I
agree that people are saying, well, okay, sure, but they should have at least in all this time given us another regular Metroid. I understand
I agree with that. I agree with
that.
But,
don't hate on that game just because you're still waiting on what you want. Open up yourself a little bit.
Sure.
Give something new a shot,
Nintendo's not the type to... It's weird to say it, like, because they use the same IPs, but they're not the type to release the same game twice.
Right.
Even with the HD updates, they do put some new stuff in it. So.
Sure. Well, with that, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out more stuff from the Life of Gaming. You can find us on iTunes every other week. We're a bi-weekly podcast. Make sure to check that out. We also have our YouTube channel, which you probably already know if you're watching this video. You can find us on Twitter at Life of Gaming Pod.
Jamie looks so small.
You can find us on Twitter at Life of Gaming Pod. You can find myself on Twitter at James+12 and pretty much all video game places as Jamester0722. Matt, where can people find you, sir?
Twitter at CPunkRock07, Xbox at XMightyMatt14X, and
awesome. And Bremy, where can people find you, sir?
Bremy35 on Twitter.
Awesome. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, but until next time, we're out.
Later.